We are live. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having an awesome and wonderful morning. For the people who are in the North America, I hope you guys enjoying the weekend so far. It's the first day of Saturday, so it's another Saturday with another live Q&A, which is I'm very excited about. So for those who are new to the channel, welcome, and people who are watching the replay, welcome back to another video. And just would like to start with thanking you. And at the same time, I just would like to let you know that every Saturday we can have live Q&A. So bring your questions. We'll be able to answer them live. And if they need more details, I'll be able to go more in depth with them. And also for the people from Facebook group, thank you so much for leaving all your questions. I'm going to answer them today. So Saturday segment is about we go with the latest news of Amazon, if there is any, and at the same time, we'll discuss any questions that needs to be answered in details. So just another reminder. So every week we're gonna come with two videos. One of them on Wednesday, which is going to be a tutorial, which is I'm going to explain a few things about Amazon, a specific subject, and every Saturday is going to be a live Q&A, which is we just chit chat and we just discuss anything you would like guys to discuss. So far, I hope you guys really having amazing morning. So we're gonna have this 1 hour, and hopefully we tackle all the questions that you guys have. And I have some questions already prepared that people in Facebook group have asked, and I'm going to answer them today and make sure that you guys get the answer in details. So before we do that, let's see who we have live here. We have a few people are in. Hi, Nancy, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for everything. Today, actually, Nancy, we're discussing a subject that you have mentioned in the Facebook group. So I really wanted to come in detail. I wanted to come out and explain it a little bit and make sure that people understand it. And I have a little bit of ideas about it and my opinion on it. So I would like to make sure I just, come out there and tell my opinion, but at the same time, we'll see how the program is going to evolve and what other questions or what other progress this program is going to provide, but which is in stock Head Start program, which is a new pilot program that Amazon has. We're going to discuss it in details, but before that, let's see. We have Luzine. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for showing up, Luzine. Appreciate you. You're always here. Thank you so much. David, how you doing, David? Hope you're doing well, man. And John says, good morning to you guys all. So guys, I hope you guys are ready and you're all pumped to do it. And I'm very excited for it. I was preparing for it for the whole night yesterday. And as you guys know, we have 7-hour difference in Kuwait. So I am like, I stay until 7 o'clock in the morning just to make sure that I prepare everything and make sure that I take care of the Facebook group. So for those who are new to the channel, come join our Facebook group. It's really an amazing group. I do not accept a lot of people as a closed group. I just accept the people who are really willing to help each other and would like to learn, so I can eliminate all the spamming and everything that comes with it. I really I accept many people a day, and also I refuse to decline many people as well, because I really want to make sure that we have a pool of good people that really would like to help each other and not just spamming and just trying to offer services for no reason. If there's a service that I stand behind, I will let you know right away. And if it's not, I'm just not going to let it happen, because I want to make sure this group becomes different than every other group that's out there, that's more oriented in helping people and making sure you guys get the right advice. I think there's so many advice out there, and I just want to make sure we get the best information and the best details possible. So join, and which is Amazon FBA Giants, and I'm really happy to have you guys. We have David. I've been watching your videos this morning. Thank you so much, David. I really appreciate you. And actually, we're having a little spike in subscribers, which is I'm very glad and happy for. We just started not even 2 months, and we are getting a few subscribers in, which is still we're very small, but we're gonna grow. So guys, if you like the content, please share it with other people. It really helps the algorithm to make sure that picks up the channel, so we can grow a little bit more, reach more people as possible. So let's talk about the in-stock Head Start program, which is a program Amazon is trying out right now, which is about you make sure that if you send in shipment or you send in your stock, that to become available by Amazon predicting when the units are going to be in, and they'll be able to present it to the market and make sure it's becoming available. And they will say, I believe there's going to be something like, hey, my shipment will arrive in 3 days, and after 3 days, there's maybe, let's say, 5 days for receiving or making sure it's becoming in stock. So they'll make it available, and they'll say, hey, the product is available, and you'll be able to get it within 7 or 8 days or 10 days, whatever the timing is. But let's go ahead and share my screen. I have a screenshot of the whole article that Amazon shared, and let's dive deep in it, and let's see what's in it for you and what I think it's not, what's good or what's bad about it. So give me a second, guys. I'm here. Okay, let's share. All right, guys. So this is the article. I know it's too far. I'm going to zoom in. So basically, product in stock soon, make them available. So when the new stock head start pilot starts, customer can find and buy your temporarily out of stock products when your shipment is on its way to the fulfillment center. So when you use their own carriers, so basically here they say, if you use their own carriers, for example, Amazon Carrier Central or a partnered carrier program or Amazon Global Logistics, and putting your tracking number, they will be able to predict it, and they will know, hey, when this is going to be arriving through the tracking number. And they say, hey, it's here. So it's going to get here in a few days. So let's make it available because we know it's going to come in. They make sure that it's only between those 3 logistics, which is basically most of them. Amazon Carrier, which is their own shipping company, then the partner, which is UPS and FedEx. Now FedEx, by August 8th, if I'm not mistaken, but I know it's August 8th or 7th, something like that, FedEx are not going to be a partner with Amazon anymore, so there will be only UPS back again, and the Amazon Global Logistics, which is any shipping that you use, but when you provide your own tracking number. And they'll be able to track it and make sure that you get the shipment there on time. Now, how you can benefit? So basically, discoverability. So you make sure your out of stock item will appear in search result, giving customer wider selection, helping them increase traffic to your product detail page. So basically, the product that's still out of stock that Amazon didn't reach will show available, will show up in the search bar, in the search results, and make sure that, hey, someone can purchase it, have the ability to purchase it. Now, with sales also, customer can buy temporarily out of stock, which can result in improved sales. So basically, you will be able to make sales even when you're out of stock. That's what they are predicting. Now, the other thing, inventory productivity, taking customer order while your product are temporarily out of stock can reduce the time between shipment and sale. So which is, yes, you'll be able to make a sale without having the product. So having there is good. But we're going to discuss it because I have my own points with it. And I actually get very excited about this program when I first heard about it. But when I sat down and started reading, I was like, I'm not sure. But anyways, frequently asked questions. How can I be sure Amazon will deliver? Let me just zoom in a little bit more. Boom. Okay, here. How can I be sure Amazon will deliver customer orders on time? With in-stock head start, if a customer places an order for an out-of-stock item, the delivery date will be based on the estimated in-stock date. If shipment is delayed, we'll adjust the in-stock date. So that's exactly what it is. So basically making sure that with their estimation of when the product is going to be received and how long it's going to take for it to be available, they will adjust that accordingly. Sorry, I think that's a rookie mistake. You should always put it on silent, even that my wife told me. But I said, no, for sure, I got everything right. But anyways, can I pick which ASIN are the pilot program? At this time in stock, Head Start is enabled only at the seller level, so you will not be able to choose certain ASINs for the pilot. So it's something that Amazon will choose for you. You cannot choose which ASIN you want it to be enrolled in this program. Is actually, when I just press enroll now, it just enrolled me right away and say thank you. So I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Should I change my inventory replenishment cycle because of the pilot? No. In-stock Head Start is intended for items that occasionally go out of stock. The pilot is not meant for substitute for irregular inventory replenishment scheduling. Staying in stock will lead to the best customer experience. See here, even here, they mentioned a little bit that is not going to substitute. Oh, you know what? I don't need to put my products out there. I don't need my cycle to be really perfect. But that's not the right way. It's not going to substitute. Only for example, a product that I'm experiencing, which is you guys. I shared my numbers with you with this specific product. Always keep running out of stock because I get sales more than what I anticipate. So what happened when the product comes in, stays out of stock for at least 5-7 days, which is a little bit hurt, but it's much better to really have your stock in. But this will be something that you can solve just occasionally. You can use it for occasional mistakes. Can I opt out from the pilot? Yes, you can opt out at any time if you don't want to be enrolled in this program. So now, so this program, let me stop sharing and let me see you guys, and you can see me. So this is really, I think, is very good program Amazon wants to come with, and their idea is to make sure that, hey, we can have more selection of products, even when they run out of stock, we'll be able to have them available. The Amazon customer or client will have more selection of product that they can choose from, and increase the selection for the buyers. But my problem here with it is, let's say if the product with this program, if the product is going to say in stock and say, hey, it's going to be there available in 7 to 10 days, that means the delivery time the client is going to get is not going to benefit from the 2-day or 1-day shipping Prime Day from Amazon. So that's going to hurt. So that's basically someone comes in, look at your listing and says, hey, I'm going to receive it in 7-8 days. That's going to ruin your conversion right away. It says, hey, it comes in. Oh, no, it comes out. So that's going to result in a bad conversion, or what will affect your relevancy into Amazon. So I'm worried about that. I don't want to show up a product that, even if it's good, just because of delivery, someone comes in and doesn't buy, and the algorithm, it's only a machine, thinks, oh, the product is not relevant, it's going to hurt my ranking, my relevancy, and I don't want to deal with that. The second thing, it's going to increase your returns. I really believe it's going to increase your returns. A lot of people, they go search, for example, if they want to search for a specific product, they go ahead and they check Prime, and then they see the product comes up, they choose it, they buy it, expecting that they're going to get the product within 2 days, and then, because that's what they're accustomed to. So if they come out and then they realize, hey, I didn't get it for 2 days, then they check back, it's like, oh no, actually I bought it, it's supposed to be here in 7 days. That's going to increase your returns. Someone's like, you know what, I don't want to cancel the order or return it. So that's another issue, which is going to affect your return rate, which is, I don't think it's the right thing. You don't want to have that in your performance. So I don't know how they're going to count that and make sure it doesn't affect the seller. So these are my main issues with this program, and I don't know how they're going to fix that. And because all this work that you did for ranking, running your PPC, and also the third thing, running your PPC is going to affect you a lot. You're going to run PPC, someone comes in 7-10 days, you spend on the click, but they're not buying. And then you think your PPC is not working, but it's actually is the delivery time is too long and people are not buying because of it. But then you think, oh my God, my PPC is not working. That's another issue. Now, why I'm saying this, because I have experienced this with this recent product, is I have many times that my product already inbound, they're already in Amazon, and they're doing FC transfer. When you do FC transfer, which is fulfillment center transfer, so the product goes to distribution center, and then from distribution center, we'll be able to send it to a different fulfillment center that the best fit for your product, where it's the closest to the client, okay? So when they do FC transfer, say, hey, it will be available within 5 days, I'm seeing this, that people are coming in, my PPC goes high, people are not buying, even with my most converting keywords. The second thing, I'm getting a lot of returns. You will get a lot of returns. I'm getting, with this past 7 days, I'm getting this issue, and I'm getting like 1 return a day, 1 every 2 days, which is, I never had that when I have in stock. So I always make sure that I close my listing and wait until I have available units to be able to do it, okay? So that's going to happen. You're going to see cancellation in your orders. That's what I'm expecting, and that's what I see when I see my product already, when they have full FC transfer. So, and also, it's just affecting your ranking. We know already, which is for those who want to know, if you don't have enough inventory, you will see your organic ranking drops right away. So if you have 100 units, you will see your PPC position, let's say, stays the same. And if you're the third position, you will see organic position there. But if you see you're out of stock, right away it drops down, even if it says available in 7 to 10 days. So that's also effective visibility in some kind. So I don't know how they're gonna do it and how it's gonna make, but that's my opinion on it. And I don't know if it's gonna really help people, but hey, we'll wait and see. And this is my 2 cents. Is that good? All right. So if you guys have any question about it, please leave it in the comment. And don't forget to give me a 1 like, a big thumbs up. I think you guys here, all of you can give me a big thumbs up. Let's get this video a little bit shown in the algorithm. Let's say that, let's let the algorithm know that we are here, okay? And let them know that one of those 10 million videos that be downloaded every hour, that we're one of those. So we have good morning, George. Good morning to you. Mark Mahesh says, I want to ask you, what's the best way to forecast inventory with ASIN with more than 5 variation, as I have gone out of stock really fast due to Prime Day, had to ship by air. I will get to it. Gourmet soup and lunches with Natalie, I believe. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm really happy to have you here. All right, so let's dive in and see some questions here we have. Yes, George Sancio, yes. He's talking about your thoughts relating Kinetic from Viral Launch Game Changer. Honestly, I have watched a few videos from them, and I need to dig deeper in it. So I cannot give you my answer today for Kinetic because I'm still studying a few things. I'm trying to see. It looks very good program, but I need to try it before I give my opinion. So I never give my opinion on something that I don't know very well or I don't study it very well, to make sure that you really get the best answer. So just give me a little bit, George, and I'll be able to get you. Just been released a few days ago. So give me time and I'll get back to you, and I'll make sure that I study it, make sure, see all the angles, see everything, and then I'll give you. But so far it looks so good from people what I see. But it depends also on the revenue that you make. If you make high revenue, they will charge depending on the revenue, which is something that it might affect. But hey, we'll see what happens. I cannot jump into conclusion. So Mahesh, how you predict how much you need units per stock? So this is very important question. I made a full video is about how many units you need for your first order and for your reordering. I really, really, really highly recommend that you watch it. But basically, what you can do right now, you need to take your manufacturing lead time, let's say 30 days, okay? And let's say how many 30 days, then you have to put in consideration how the lead time, then the shipping time, let's say 30 days also, that will be 60 days. Times, let's say you're selling 10 units per day, so you multiply that by 10, there'll be 600 units you need before you're reordering. So you need to make sure that you have at least 1,000 or 1,300 units to make sure you don't run out of stock, or we have 2 months worth of stock before you reorder again. So this is formula. It's really, really, really useful, guys, and use it. You need to factor your manufacturer lead time, your shipping time, and then how many units you sell per day as an average, and the shipping time plus your lead time, manufacturer lead time. So 60 times 10, there'll be 600 units. So that means once you have 600 units in stock, you have to reorder. But by the time you reorder, the 600, when the units comes in, the 600 will be done. So you always need to go more than that. So you can go 15%, which is minimum. I wouldn't recommend that much, but I will go at least 1,000. So I will have 600 plus 2 months supply. So let's say 10 days, 2 months supply. That means 1,200 units you need to make sure that you have. So that's the best thing. But watch my videos, so much details. I go so much in details, and really, really, really one of the very, very good videos that YouTube picked up, and really I get a lot of likes for it. So go ahead and do it. I go in depth for it. But that is the gist of it. I just gave it to you. Now, David says, how easy is to make money with product which are very hard to differentiate? If there are a few sellers with very similar product, is it possible to jump in with without much differentiation? Uh, David, very good question. So basically, if you have a product that's similar to everyone else, but you have very few sellers, so it means you have a good demand product, but very low competition. You might be able to get out of it. You might get away with it, and you'll be able to launch the same thing. But it's not the way to do it. There's multiple ways of differentiation, guys, and I have been saying that. So one of them is going to be if you add colors, which is variation. So color size, color size, color size. What else? Oh my God, color size. Anyways, color size, anything with variation, or bundling like variation, two pack, three pack, five pack. That's one of differentiation. The second way you can add an add-on to the product, so you don't need to always to think about the product. If I have it, I have to differentiate the product itself. No, just add something to it. If you're selling a cell phone, where you can add to it, add bundle, which is the second type of differentiation. I will add a case. Maybe I put a screen protector. So the product that you have, for sure, there's other related product that you can add to this product to make it to have more perceived value, and you'll be able to sell it, and you'll be able to differentiate yourself from the rest of the people. And the third part of the third part of differentiation, which is going to be customizing the product, taking the product, changing something with it, changing the shape, adding something to the lens, the camera, changing the physical, the product, or anything that comes in it as a technology, or just the appearance of the product, which is the third part, which is the hardest part. So I always look for variation, which is still, you need to consider your budget, because you're adding more SKUs, more ASINs, and that's gonna bring your budget up, which is, I don't recommend if you're a beginner. So I really highly recommend, look at your market, look at the frequently bought together item. What are the sponsored product? People who purchase this also purchase that, and then see what you can add something to it. They add to it as a gift or a bonus to differentiate yourself. There's always a way of differentiation. So I'm not a big believer of that you don't have anything to differentiate product. There's always something to differentiate with, and do it, and you'll be very happy. Okay, so do that. And a lot of people say packaging, which is, I'm going to come up with something about packaging, a video about packaging. But packaging, I don't think is a type of differentiation. It's packaging. You have to have it, guys. It doesn't cost much. It costs like 10 cents or 15 cents. Add it. Will look very good in your main image to have your product. Then you have your packaging in the back. Adds a lot of perceived value. Let me tell you a story, which is today the storytelling day was Saturday. I have one of my clients that I've been working with him for almost, let's say, 4 months now. And we launched a product. And we differentiated a lot of things, and we were the only one of the very few people that have packaging. So we had the product very well presented, and then we have the packaging in the back. Okay, the first few days making 6-7 sales, 6-7 sales, 6-7 sales, and now the past 3 days reaching to 30 sales per day with only PPC. Why? Because I always make sure that we choose a very good market product, very good differentiation, and make sure we're writing the right listing and making sure that we're displaying the product on the right way. And that's how it attracts people. We got this beautiful popping packaging in the back, and we having the product displayed in front of it, and we had as our main image. The conversion is very high. And I'm talking about very competitive niche, which is really good. So packaging is a must for all of you. But if you're doing testing products, you can do a poly bag and should be good to go. But that's for only testing, which is really has a different rules for it. So I make sure you guys really choose your battles and make sure you don't play with this stuff. For example, another example for poly bag. I know I'm going off tangent, but I love to talk about this stuff. If I do a poly bag, for example, if I'm doing a seasonal product, okay, so now I'm thinking about Christmas, and I'm thinking, for example, if I want to go ahead and launch stockings, okay, I don't need to go ahead and do main packaging for it. I will do it in poly bag, put my logo on it, and send it, because I know it's a very seasonal product for a very specific few months, 1 or 2 months, and that's it. I'm get rid of it. So I don't need to go the extra mile and show a big packaging thing. I can go with poly bag because of speed. I want to make sure that I get the product very quick, and the packaging is not that. I mean, it's not a giftable product. I mean, if giftable, it's nice to do it, but I don't want to waste that time. So I'll be able to get them in very quickly. But that's my own decision. But always will be better to do it with packaging. All right. So let's see what else. Also consider when items. Nancy says also consider when all items are similar. Can you find more than a few keyword? If there are only few keyword, PPC may be too competitive. Yes, that's very good question. A very good ad, Nancy, and a very good advice. Yes, if you have a product, make sure you have multiple keywords that describes the product, as I was always doing in my product research, which is the one that really 1 hour and 40 minutes of me talking. My first video, I was so nervous with it. Make sure you have 3 to 5 keywords that describes the product, very related, and has a search volume of at least 10,000 combined together. 10,000 search volume per month combined together. So make sure about that, okay? Now, the other thing says, hey, Sam J, what's up, Sam? Actually, I have your question on my sheets here, but let's answer it here, man, okay? Says, anyone have advice on testing and comparing samples from suppliers? Very, very good questions. It's one of the things I actually recommend, and actually, I just now have one of my client who were through this testing phase. So the test is basically over your head test, drop test. They call it the drop test. So what's the drop test? You take the product from your head level and you drop it and see what happens to it. If nothing happens to it, you're good to go. If something happens to it, there's some quality issues that you need to take care of. So you need to do that, okay? Now, usually that test is made not if the product is bare without packaging. Without packaging, if you drop it, it will break. But I suggested that do it with the packaging first, that's the drop test. Do the packaging, whatever the packaging comes from, do the drop and see what happens. If nothing breaks, you open up the box and there's nothing happens to the box, to the product, you're good to go, perfect. But I always take it to the extra level and do it bare product without anything, drop it and see what happens. And this is how you check the quality and also the feel of the product. Like if you have multiple product, feel, smell, how much it bends. That's all things that you need to inspect to make sure that you're getting the right product with the best quality. And always the best thing, guys, which is another thing that you guys really can do, is make sure you show it to your friends, to your family. Hey, I have this product I'm buying right now. Which one you think is the best product? Which one you think has the best quality? So do not be you the judge all the time, because you will be biased because you know the information behind it. Hey, you know which one is very tempting, is giving me 2 weeks shipping time. The other one is giving me $2 off. So you will be influenced by those factors that other people don't see. So I will just go to my friends, go to my families. Hey, which one you like? Here, these are the products. Show me which one you like. And they will choose, and then you'll be able to choose the right product. At the end of the day, your friends and families are buyers on Amazon, and they buy things. I know what's good quality. But for me, I wouldn't let my mom do it because my mom critique everything. So if I keep on, no good, this is no good, I can't find it for cheaper. No, it's not that. It's not about cheaper. It's about we're trying to find a good quality. All right. Anyways, now if we do that, you should be good to go, man. Now, guys, for you guys, I know it's only July 27th, July 27th. Make sure from now you prepare for products. Make sure you prepare your keywords, your listing, your finding of products. Do it right now because now is the time. Everyone in summer sleeping. Everyone's going vacationing. Everyone wants to get vitamin E and D, I don't know, from the sun. But now is the time when people are sleeping for you to be able to come in and to make sure you rank a product and start working on product bundling before you see October comes in. You're like, oh my God, I don't have enough time. My supplier, blah, blah, blah. Just get it right now and you should be good to go, man. Yes. Nancy, yes. I hope my mom doesn't see it. But yeah, you know what? There's two things. If for testing product, I might show it to them. But for choosing a product, I will never let them do, because once I followed my friends, and my lovely wife, which is her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to my wife, which is really, she takes care of a lot of things, and I'm very grateful for her. I'll take this moment to document it and to say thank you to my wife for everything that she does. And I'm very, very blessed to have her. And yes, happy birthday, babe. And hey, enjoy our time. Um, so yes, when I choose my product, I don't let my friends, family, my wife to tell me, because they're always biased with the cutest thing. Oh my God, look how cute it is. No, I want to get a product that has a good data that I can stand behind, that I'm able to sell because of the data really made it happen. So let's see how else we have. How can I find out the cost of PPC when I'm doing research and as it's my first launch? How can I tell what's too competitive? Now, there is tools out there to tell you the average cost per click, but they're not accurate. Okay, they're not accurate. They could be off by 20, 30 cents, and sometimes could be by $1 or $2 also. But this is for competitive niches. For example, the Jungle Scout has one. Launch has the cost per click for keywords, but it's all estimated, is not accurate. Usually, if a product has a cost per click $1 and less for main keywords, okay, that means it's a very good product. Very good product, very good keywords, very good product that you can come with. You can compete very easily. You can run PPC, and you'll be able to rank very easily at very low, cheap cost, so less than $1. Anything from $1 to $2 is medium. Anything from $2 and higher, that's competitive. Okay, so the niche I'm in supplement is actually from $2.50 up to $5 to $6 per click. But that's different game, because there's customer acquisition, which is if I get them, I can have them as a repeat client, a repeat customer. That's different. But usually for regular products, less than $1 is very nice. $1 to $2, it's medium. $2 and higher is competitive. That's how we do it. And you cannot know exactly what it is unless you run PPC. When you run PPC, you'll be able to know it. Before used to be a method. If you have a listing that are already active, go ahead and pretend that you create an exact match campaign. Add the keywords. Let's say I'm selling a cell phone, all right, a cell phone, and then I go ahead, I want to sell a microphone. I can go ahead and put the keywords as microphone as if I'm going to target for that specific product for the cell phone, and will tell me the estimates, how much is it. But I'm not sure if it's still works or not, because Amazon becoming smarter. Now they have the 810 algorithm. So I believe now they don't do it because of relevancy. They say, hey, microphone, you're putting in that exact match campaign. It's not related to the product, so they might not give you the data. Before it used to work a lot, but I haven't tested it lately. So I'm not sure about it, but I know used to do that. Go ahead, have existing campaign, add the keywords for other products that you would like to research, or would you like to launch, or you're interested in, and see the keywords for the main keywords, and they will give you the estimated cost per click for each keyword. Okay, so that's what I would do, David. Okay, but also you can gauge it from another way. If I type the keywords, and that's why I was saying, you remember when I said, hey, when you do your keyword research, another keyword research, when you find a product and you put the main keyword and you see the results, and if you see 3 to 5 sellers, less than 50 reviews, and most of them have less than 200, 300 reviews, most likely it's not competitive niche. The prices are the cost per click is going to be low. And also depends on the cost of the product. If the cost of the product, let's say $100, and has a big margin as a dollar value, let's say 25 bucks profit, it might be the cost of the PPC. They can have enough margin, they'll be able to bid higher. That's another thing you need to factor in. Okay, so that's what happens. But if you have a very cheap product, let's say 10 bucks, most likely sellers are not going to go ahead and go crazy with it. They're going to go very, very cheap, and they will bid like 50 cents, 60 cents. But if something within 25, 30, 40, 50 bucks, you might see a little bit of irregularity and might be a little bit more expensive. Okay. I hope that answered your question, David. Even I went in a big mumble bumble. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we have. We have another question here, which is from one of the comments that I got from YouTube the other day, and I just really, really would like to answer this person, John Ishikawa. He says, "Hello, Saad. Awesome video. I have a question due to being brand new and getting ready to launch soon. When I pull up all the competitors' keywords of viral launch, there are some specific keyword. So if I use exact keyword for my PPC campaign, it doesn't have to read exactly the same in my title, bullet points, and backend keywords. Also in the backend keywords, can I put in 2-3 words like large garlic press? I just cannot add all these keywords for lots of the exact campaign. Should I just list the competitors keywords in the broad match campaign and only pick 1 to 5? All right, so usually when you do your listing optimization, when you launch a product, you need to make sure that you have all the single keywords. Let's say you have all the keywords and then you have each single keyword. You need to have them aligned next to each other, not in the specific order. Okay, because Amazon is smart enough to be able to pick which keyword. For example, if you put large garlic press and in your title there's garlic, there's press, and there's large somewhere, we'll be able to connect them together to make sure that you show up and you be indexed for that specific keyword, which is another video I made about indexing. Go ahead and watch it. It's really good, but that's how the algorithm works. Now, if I have extra keywords as singular, it doesn't need to be exact match keyword. This doesn't need to be large garlic press. You can have them in the backend. Now, for PPC purposes, if a lot of people, they complain about, hey, I'm doing large garlic press, but it's not showing. I'm not showing for it. So most likely what you need to do, if you're really targeting this specific keyword and you want to target that has a good search volume and you think you're converting very well, you need to have it in your title as exactly the way it's written, large garlic press, or you have it in your bullet points, or you have it in the back end in the subject matter or in the search term, exactly how it's written, to be able to get indexed and to be able to convert for that specific keyword. So that's why in the beginning, you don't know which keyword you're going to convert for. Even if your competitor is converting very well for that specific keyword, you might not convert for it. So what you need to do in this case, you need to make sure after you get all the data and the PPC and see which keywords are really doing well for you, then you'll be able to update the title and choose those keywords that are converting very well in the exact way it's written and update the title or the bullet points or the backend keywords and see if you show up for them and see if you're going to convert for them and start ranking for them slowly. So you always need to track your keywords and the ranking and the viral launch or Helium 10, whatever you use, to track your keywords for that specific keyword and see if you're moving up. If you're moving up is good, and also is going to help you moving up with the other keywords. I hope that answered your question. And this is how I would do it exactly. Okay, now Vutran, one of our members, it says, when a customer wants to return an item, should you encourage customer to send it directly back to your home? Doesn't sound good, but if I have a 30 days return, that's the only way to make it. Otherwise, waiting for removal order will take too long and miss the return date. Vutran, I don't think you should send them to your address. Amazon doesn't like it, and I think it's against term of service. What you can do, Amazon will accept product even up to 60 days, so it's not a big issue. So usually, if the product is not that much, if I get a request, if someone say, hey, the product, I would like to return it or whatever it is, I want to please them. So I'll tell them, hey, keep it. I will send you a brand new one. That's for private label. If it's a very expensive product and you really want to get it back, you should let Amazon handle it and they will accept it and you can accept the return and you should be good to go. But I always recommend that you just send a brand new one and let them keep the one if it's really cheap, because it doesn't cost too much anyways. And you'll be able to make a customer happy, and which results in a good review. So that's how I would do it. Now, another question said, is it against Amazon TOS if I add an insert with my product that asks customers to register their product on my website for a small partial refund, 5% of their purchase? I wouldn't do it. It's not against term of service to have an insert card, but instead of me going and tell them to come to my website, I will encourage them to do two things. One of them, I can tell them, hey, I have 15. If you would like to have 15% on next purchase, you can claim your coupon. You can have your link, It's iffy, it's a gray area, but I would do it. I have no problems with doing this. But the safest way is to basically ask them for VIP membership or warranty. The warranty is the best one. Hey, if you would like to register for your extended warranty for 1 year, please visit this link, and you bring them to landing page where they can register, leave their name, their email address, and then you will be able to target them and making sure ask them for review and do whatever you want to do later on. But I would just ask them for VIP warranty club, and you should be fine. But I push it. I give them 15% off. If you would like 15%, please go to this link, which is the Zone Pages landing page that I created. 15%, they get the coupon, I get their email, and then from there I can sell them whatever I want. Okay. I'm trying to build. Okay. We have David says, do you do any arbitrage side? I have the whole thing. My whole business started because of retail arbitrage. I started my whole journey in Amazon because of retail arbitrage. Arbitrage, I mastered it. I made sure I become the best at it because that's how I was able to learn those skills that I use all the time to make sure I generate money. And every time I get stuck or there's something, my product's out of stock, I'm waiting for China to come, or something happens to me, I always go back to retail arbitrage. I flip products very quickly, and I know how to do it. And I used to have a course on retail online arbitrage, which is we had a lot of successful people because I do it myself, and I was able to tell them exactly how I do it. Which is something, if you guys really would like me to talk about retail online arbitrage, I would like to have a segment to talk only about retail online arbitrage and make sure that I really cover this, how to build a budget and how to do all this stuff. So retail, online arbitrage, wholesale, pallets, I've done all that. But not because I'm very, very good at private label. I'm not trying to brag, but that's why I went this route, because I'm lazy. Okay, I became lazy. That's your answer to your question, David. Now, want to hire a company to manage my seller central, but would it be safe? Because I need to give them access to my seller central. If that's question being asked, if you're not confident with that specific person to handle your business, is not the right person to deal with. Okay, that's one. But if you decide to go with it, make sure first you vet the people or the software, the tool, the person who you're going to give permission to. The way I would do it, I would give them a limited access. So limited access permission. So basically, go to your setting. From your setting permission, you'll be able to invite them with their email. Then they will accept it, and then they will be able to have a specific access. You will be able to dictate exactly what you want them to do. Hey, just handle sales, or handle messages, or you just handle finances. Whatever it is, you can be able to select what you want them to do and what you not want them to do, and you should be good to go. Okay, that's how I would do it. Hi, is the Amazon PPC algorithm smart enough to consider irregular plurals like a baby and babies? Amazon says yes, they can do it with irregular plurals. So baby, babies, the one that IES and all this stuff. But I usually, if I'm not sure 100%, I always make sure I have the main keyword, because each keyword, let's say for example, baby or babies. If baby has in it, maybe let's say baby diapers, okay, you might have, let's say 30,000 search volume. I'll put it in the title. If diaper babies maybe have 3,000 search volume, I will add it to my bullet points. So the main one, I'll leave it in the top in my title, and then use the babies. I use it in my bullet points to make sure that Amazon, even if they don't consider it, I'm making sure that I have it in my bullet points where it's going to be indexed, and I'll be able to show for that keyword. So yes, they will, and that's what they say. But me, as an extra assurance, I'll make sure I add the irregular plural, whether in my bullet points to make sure that I really blend it very well, or have it in the back end if I want it, to make sure I get it indexed for. Luzin said, we are waiting for the video arbitrage. Yes, I will do it. I will do Luzin. I just having so many videos in the pipeline that I'm trying to do, and we're having a lot of interviews are coming up with really good people that people really well known in the industry that I really would like to get them. But if I see enough demand and you really guys want it, I will be able to do it, and I'll do a lot of videos about arbitrage. But a lot of people asking for a lot of private label questions, but I will get to it, I promise you. That's another question for arbitrage people. Does running campaign help arbitrage? Does it help in winning the buy box? Now, arbitrage, which is a lot of people do it, which is amazing. For me, is amazing for me to learn the whole in and outs about Amazon, how to create a shipping label, how to create a listing, and all the stuff. It's really, really amazing. It makes you feel comfortable with makes you feel very comfortable with Amazon platform and dashboard, how to deal with returns, customers, everything. It's really, really, really good, and it's very low risk. Now, PPC is very important. I always run PPC at a lower budget. Let's say $5 at $7. $5 a daily budget for the whole campaign, and then I'll bid 7 cents, 5 cents as a default bid for the ad group, and I'm good with it. And you will see I shared the 2 hacks from PPC, and I showed you my numbers for the arbitrage with the PPC, which is in Canada, and still was able to generate really, really good amount of money with, I think, 3% or 4% ACOS, which is really, really helpful. And about winning the buy box, I'm not sure, but maybe Amazon will favor it, but I don't believe so. It's all depends for the buy box, which is a whole video I made just because of it. Depends on the price, depends on the location, on the age of the seller, how many units they have in stock, and all the stuff. So it's really, the buy box is a different story than PPC. If you have it at $60 and the average price is 30, and you think with PPC you'll be able to rank, it's not going to work that way. Okay. David says, can you think of any reasons for this? Apologies for all the questions. David, I'm not sure what you're asking. Can you think of any reason for this? What this? Do you mind if you answer the question? Maybe I missed it. Luzin says, thank you very much in advance. We appreciate your work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Your feedback really helps me, guys, to keep going. And when I see people are really benefiting from the information and from the videos, really, really make me really appreciate it. I'm very humbled by it. What's the top question? How can I? The top question was, how can I find out the cost of PPC when I'm doing research and it's my first? How can I tell what's too competitive? Do you do arbitrage? So how is it going? Are you talking if I'm still doing arbitrage? I'm doing arbitrage now because I'm in Kuwait, so I'm not doing it as good. Honestly, I'm not doing it as good because I'm really busy with my move here, and I'm actually going back to Canada. I'll be able to set it up much better. I have few people who work for me that really do sourcing for me for arbitrage, but I'm not doing it as good as before because really I'm investing a lot of money on the private label, which is something I can do remotely very easily. So that's why I'm doing it. David is, I had to type in 2 parts due to the limit of 200 character. Can you think of a reason for this? Do you mind if you type it again, the first part only, please, David? Because I'm not able to find it. I don't know. I'm not able to see it. Okay. So by the time you do that, I'm just going to answer another question. It's about trademark related question. It says, when you try to get a trademark register in the US, in a view to get brand registry, will you choose to register a word as a trademark or a stylist image logo? Which one is better? So for trademark, there's 3 things that you can trademark. You have the name. Okay, let's say Nike. Then the second one is going to be the name. Then it's going to be the logo. You can, the arches that you can, the whoosh. So Nike, the whoosh, and then the other thing is the slogan. Okay. So these are the things that you can do. So if you go to McDonald's, so McDonald's the name, the arches, then I'm loving it. These are the things that you can do. So Nike, Whoosh, just do it. These are the things you do. Usually when you do it, I mean, I'm not a trademark attorney by no means, but please ask your trademark. But if I do it, when I do it, I make sure that I trademark my name. So the brand name, I trademark, and later on, if you want, you can go with your slogan. Then you can go with your logo. Sometimes like Starbucks, they have trademarks and everything, and also, I mean, every big company has it, and the logo itself and on the color itself. So nobody can use it in coffee business to be able to use that specific color. So yes, you can go crazy, but usually do with trademark with your name, and you should be able to get it done. Okay. Yes, we have one more question, and then guys, let me know what's up. Exactly, I agree with Nancy. Do not apologize. Q&A is made for this. So any question you have, guys, I'll be able to answer. If I know it, I'm gonna answer it. So no apologizing. I'm happy to have you here. So any question, please shoot them. The last question I have here. Hey guys, which Amazon market do you think is the best to sell after Amazon.com? Which is a very good question, and I would like to answer this one and a little bit in detail. So, if I would like to start with any marketplace, I always start with a marketplace that you live in. Okay, with the marketplace where you live. So if you live in Canada, you might start with Canada. I live in Canada, but I don't start with Canada because I don't find Canada has enough demand. So if your marketplace where you live has a good demand, then do it first. Okay. The second thing, I always recommend people from Australia, people from Canada. I always make sure to tell them start with the US. Start with the US first, and then the second best marketplace is the UK. UK is going to give you access to whole Europe, okay, to Italy, to Spain, to whatever countries are there, whole Europe, okay, Portugal, all of them, okay. So first, US. If you do US very well, trust me, every other marketplace is going to be very easy. So the first one, I think, is US, then Europe, maybe you can expand a little bit in Canada. And after that, there's many things like Japan now they're saying is very good. And slowly there being other marketplaces. But these are the best two, US, and then I'll start with Europe, which is the best thing. Now, Australia, why I'm not saying is not good, because it's not good. It's up to you, can do whatever you want. But the infrastructure is not there. PPC is not set up yet. The delivery system is not there. The shipping is not there. So it's very weak still to have all the benefits to get the demand in it. Even that for Shopify, for Amazon.com, a lot of Australians buy from them. Even eBay. Europe and Australia buys a lot from eBay.com. So it's really good, but it's still the infrastructure is not there. It's the same thing with the Middle East. Amazon.ae, which is United Emirates or Middle East Amazon, is actually doesn't have infrastructure, no PPC, no nothing. It's very basic. I don't think is the best way to do it yet. Okay. Yes, it's active already. The Middle East is active already, but it's still not. It's not all the benefits or the features that the US has yet. Okay. And that's it. Okay, guys, so this is it. I guess if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. If it's not, I really would like to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming to the live Q&A. It's really means a lot to me. I would like to thank you and thank the whole team. Thank Nancy, thank my wife. And if you guys are new, please join the Facebook group. We're very happy to have you there. And stay tuned for Wednesday. I will have another video for you. So I'll be here every Wednesday and Saturday. I'll be able to give you tutorials and answer questions live. Thank you so much again. And please join and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.